Coming up on this week's edition of the Sports Desk, it's playoff time in high school football. Two of our local teams hosted CIF playoff games, and we'll have complete coverage from North and West. Plus, the El Camino women's volleyball team is on fire right now. Could their bitter rivals, Long Beach City College, stop them? You're about to find out. We have all this and so much more. Get ready, Torrance. The Sports Desk begins right now. Welcome everyone to the only sports show designed with the Torrance sports fan in mind. This is the Sports Desk, or as the kids like to say, the desk. I am your host, AJ Vittone, and before we talk about the high school football playoffs, let's talk about that thing they call social media. If you're not using it, now would be a good time to start. Log on to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, share your videos, photos, and story ideas, and remember to use the hashtag #TheSportsDeskTV when posting. Hit us up and let us know what's going on, and we'll put you and your videos on the show. After winning the Pioneer League Championship, the Saxons of North High School found themselves exactly where they hoped they would be, and that's at home hosting a first-round game in the CIF Southern Section Division VII playoffs. Doesn't get any better than this, folks. North entertaining Fullerton Union High School in round number 1. Saxons getting jacked up, second quarter action, North up 6-0, and you know what, not for long. Fullerton running back Dylan Nicholson is on the move. He runs 15 yards to pay dirt. The point after was good. Fullerton takes the lead 7-6. 2 minutes left in the second quarter now. Watch North QB Sean Sigala. The sick pass to Makai Jordan. The ref says he stepped out and didn't look like it. That sets up this field goal. It splits the uprights. Saxons take the lead back 9-7 North. A minute left before the half. Fullerton punches it in one more time. Austin Molina, the 1-yard plunge. Fullerton led 14-9 at the half. Third quarter begins with a Saxons onside kick. Ball is recovered at the 49, and that would set up this. Sigala handing the pig to Saeed Galloway. The big fella barrels his way in for the touch. 2-point conversion was Muy Bueno. Saxons back on top, 17-14. Wouldn't last, though. 60 seconds later, Gavin Klepper tosses the bacon to Jonathan Smith. It's a 31-yard touchdown. Fullerton up 21-17. Fourth quarter now, Dylan Nicholson. A 63-yard run for Fullerton. They're up 35-17. 3 minutes left in the game. Saxons coming back. Sigala airs it out to Braden DeCampo. Nice catch. He goes spin cycle. Darts it in for the score. 2-point conversion was also good. Saxons down 43-30. Less than 2 minutes to go. Sigala's pass is intercepted. Fullerton wins it 43-30. So the comeback would fall short, and Fullerton goes on to win, like I said, by the final score of 43-30, which means the Pioneer League champs finished their season with a record of 8-3, 5-0, of course, in league play. All right, our playoff coverage continues now. Sports Desk reporter Cedric Welton is going to break down the Saxons' first-round loss to Fullerton. Cedric has reaction from players and so much more in this post-game report.
The Saxons had their chances in this game, but their normally stout defense struggled, allowing 43 points on the night, almost half of the 92 they allowed all season.
They were just out on the field way too much. Our offense didn't put up points a few times when we got in close. Which, you know, their O-line's good-sized kids, and over time they just had to wear us down a little bit, and the play-action game worked well for them also. And, you know, we just couldn't get enough 3-and-outs and get the defense off the field.
Tough loss. We came out fighting, couldn't pull it off, and we fought hard. We played together as a team, and that's all we could do.
Too many penalties and too many turnovers proved to be costly for the Saxons. However, there was one penalty in particular that proved to be the turning point of this game.
The skirmish, the mess didn't really help us out. Our kids rallied and played hard, but I think they kind of wore us down up front in the end.
We battled, and I'm just so proud of this team and everything that we accomplished, regardless of how far we went. You know, we learned a lot about ourselves more than anything.
Poor field position and turnovers defined this game. At times, the Saxons couldn't get out of their own way. The Fullerton offense rolled for 375 yards, with 258 of those coming on the ground.
Special teams hurt us in the first half and a little bit in the second as well. Kids battled though. It was good to see, never gave up, fought all the way to the end, but obviously not the result we want.
Despite the loss, the Saxons did have a magical season that resulted in a Pioneer League championship, one that saw seniors Saeed Galloway and Sean Segala excel. Coach Croce and both seniors reflected on their season and Saxon careers.
And I think we represented the league well, and our senior class especially, we got the most out of them, which is great to see, because those kids, you know, they're not the biggest, they're not the fastest, but as a unit they came and they gave everything they got.
I had a pretty successful career. My team, we just played our hearts out and all we could do.
It's been a ride, you know, and I can't help but smile when I think about everything that I've been through. Everything that I've been through, you know, from freshman year to, you know, senior year, battling, you know, winning the starting job, you know, going through the whole season, and, you know, all the hard work and everything with my brothers, you know, and I'm just so blessed to say that, you know, I was part of this team and that I was able to finish as a starter, you know, for my team and play as hard as I can. I left everything out there every game. And that's how I want to be remembered here at North. I'm not done with football, but here at North, I want to be remembered as somebody who played his heart out every single game.
For seniors like Saeed Galloway and Sean Segala, this is their last game in a Saxons uniform, and they didn't go out without a fight. Reporting from North High Saxon Stadium, I'm Cedric Welton for the Sports Desk.
Thank you, Cedric. Think about this for a second. A month ago, the Warriors of West High School lost to rival North and as a result occupied last place in the Pioneer League. After that, the Warriors racked up 4 straight victories, including some amazing comebacks, giving West a first-round home game in the CIF Division VI playoffs. The Warriors were playing host to St. Paul in their playoff opener. With 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, West was already trailing 6-0. St. Paul running back Q Allen takes the handoff up the gut for a 3-yard touchdown. After the PAT, St. Paul leads 13-0. On their next drive, West is at their goal line. Brandon Poffenbarger reads the defense perfectly on the option play. Check this out. He keeps it for himself, goes right in for the touch. That made it 13-7 St. Paul. At the half, it was 27 Swordsman. 8 minutes to go in the third. It's Q Allen, and Q's got the juice now. He bursts through the middle and is gonzo for a 60-yard touchdown. The Swordsmen were in full control, leading 27-7. Now with 7 minutes left in the third, there was still time for the Warriors. Brandon Poffenbarger rolls right. The pass is intended for Dutch Silverlake, but it's intercepted by St. Paul's Francisco Avena. The Swordsmen take over at midfield. A few plays later, St. Paul is driving in West territory. And guess what? It's Q Allen once again. He runs left, making dudes miss. Wow. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Allen finished with 4 touchdowns on the ground. It was that kind of game for St. Paul. The run game, was on point for St. Paul, that's for sure. The Swordsmen win it by the final of 48-14. The Warriors finished their season with a 5-6 record, 4-1 in league play. Now with more on West High School's first-round matchup with St. Paul, we bring in Sports Desk reporter Anthony Scott. Anthony's going to tell us how this game simply ran away from West High School.
Coming into the game, West High had one thing on their mind, and that was to stop the run. St. Paul has dominated teams all season long, racking up almost 3,000 yards on the ground this season.
We do have a passing game, but it's not necessarily something we really want to do. We feel like it's kind of unique now to have a full running offense when everyone's trying to pass the ball. So that's been our approach all year, so we just stuck with it.
Not a lot of pass from this team. The game plan was sort of to try to stuff them inside and make sure we cover the run inside and sort of spill it outside to our other guys. Also take care of the tight ends, how they always line up in that kind of formation and stuff like that. Just stop the run, basically.
Stopping the run against St. Paul can be an impossible task. That's because the Swordsmen don't have one, but they have 2 rushers that have gained over 1,000 yards on the ground this season.
They're both distinctly different in what they try and how they carry the ball, so they have their unique plays for themselves. Both of them are capable of doing just about anything for us.
The running backs are very physical and fast, and they built their whole season on this.
At halftime, West only trailed by 13, but they were in need of a change on defense to try and stop the St. Paul running attack.
You know, we tried to change the defense a little bit, and they didn't come out in the one formation they ran the whole second quarter. They came out in a different one in the third quarter.
In that third quarter is when the game got away from West. On St. Paul's first drive of the half, running back Q Allen takes the ball up the middle for a 60-yard touchdown. Allen finished with 4 touchdowns, and I got the chance to talk to the junior running back after the game.
It's all glory to God. He did that. I just think the coaches, the offensive line, everything, God did it.
Q Allen broke a couple of big plays in the secondary, and it looked like maybe a couple of guys were getting tired of trying to tackle him.
They had like 100 pounds on me, so that was not very good. But yeah, they just came out and they were a little bit more physical than us, and they were also larger too, so that helped.
Someone's going to win and someone's going to lose, but it's about being, I want to be proud of these kids because they played hard. So when I go back and look at the film, and if I see guys loafing, then that's one thing. But if I see guys trying hard and doing everything that we asked them to do, you got to be proud of them.
Coming into tonight's game, the St. Paul running attack was the story, and they did not disappoint. West tried everything to slow down the Swordsmen, but St. Paul was able to pile on 7 rushing touchdowns on their way to a 48-14 victory. Reporting from West High, I'm Anthony Scott for the Sports Desk.
Anthony, thank you. As you know, the Pioneer League chip was won by North this season. The Saxons were victorious in all 5 of their league games, and they played some stingy defense during that stretch. It was certainly a season to remember for the Saxons, and Sports Desk reporter Cedric Welton explains why.
The Saxons are coming off a perfect season in league play, one that saw them go 5-0, earning the title of Pioneer League champions. I caught up with Makai Jordan and Chris Pineda as they reflected on the year.
This season, what made us so great was when everybody decided to buy into the program and actually see that we could win games and see if we really dedicate ourselves that we could win. The defense stepped up all season, the offense flow started going, and we had a good season through league and through non-league too.
The success we had this season, it all started on the defensive side, coming out with Banning with only allowing 6 points. Offensive side, they started getting the flow going, we started gelling together, and then the defense, the whole season only let 92 points up.
Offense puts up points, however defense wins championships, and the Saxons defense has held multiple opponents scoreless. I got to talk to a few of the players about the focus on that side of the ball.
The focus on defense is we could allow a first down, we'd love not to though, but as long as we don't let up a touchdown, we feel like we're doing our job and we're helping our offense. And when the defense starts flowing, and we flow every game, and everybody, 11 has to the ball every time, every play, the offense starts flowing, starts scoring points, and then we hold the other team to a donut, and it's a good victory overall.
The Saxons have won their last 6 games by wide margins and are firing on all cylinders. A few of the players expressed the strong plays due to their bond not only on the field, but off of it as well.
What made us gel was that we all joke around with each other on, off the field. When we're at practice, we're having fun, but still going hard against each other, just trying to make each other better, just competing every day.
I think it all starts with the chemistry. We all know each other so well. We hang out on and off the field. And a lot of us, we're just really good friends. We all hang out. So I think that helps out a lot.
I think it's the fact that we all just enjoy being around each other. There's nobody on the team that I don't like. Everybody's great. They're all my brothers, and we just enjoyed working hard together and playing football together.
The Saxons have had a stellar season, and they will continue their quest for a CIF title as the postseason is upon us. Reporting from North Torrance, I'm Cedric Welton for the Sports Desk.
Cedric, thanks. Congrats to both North and West on great seasons. All right, let's turn our attention to college football now. Heading into their game with Long Beach City College, the Warriors of El Camino were still in contention for a bowl game. Yes, I said bowl game. But first things first, the Warriors need to prepare for their regular season finale, which was a road game against bitter rivals Long Beach. And that's exactly what the Warriors are doing right here in this video. Before heading to Long Beach, Elko was practicing on campus at Murdoch Stadium. As you can see, the team was going through several drills in preparation for their upcoming game, a game that doesn't require any extra motivation at all.
The two schools have a lot of history. There's a lot of coaches that have coached on both sides of this thing, and it's going to be a lot of fun. This is the equivalent of SC and UCLA in junior college football. If you're a competitor, and Coach Peabody and myself are ultra competitors, then you got to love these scenarios and these situations. And so for me, it's about always the performance of the team. That's my job. That's my role. I don't block or tackle. It's how my team plays. And so for me, it's always about how I can get my team ready to play well.
And as you can see, the Warriors played well, but their comeback fell short. Elko drops their regular season finale by the final of 55-48. The Warriors were behind by 24 points entering the final quarter and then outscored the Vikings in the final period, but it wasn't enough. Stephen Robinson finished with 4 catches for 101 yards and a touch. Jermaine Gatoy was 13 for 17 for 276 yards and 2 touches. They finished the regular season at 5-5. But check this out. The Warriors are going bowling, baby. For the first time since 2011, El Camino College is headed to a bowl game. The Warriors will host Palomar College at Murdoch Stadium in the Beach Bowl. The game kicks off at 2 p.m. on Saturday, November the 18th. Be there or be square. I think the choice is obvious. All right, they're not just a volleyball team. They're a volleyball juggernaut. The El Camino College women's team has now won 7 straight games, and more importantly, they avenged their October 11th loss to rival Long Beach City College. The recent win against Long Beach placed both teams in a first-place tie atop the South Coast Conference South Division. That win took place in front of a packed house at Elko's South Gym. Warriors volleyball is so popular this season. How popular is it that space aliens travel to watch them play? That dude is definitely from outer space. All right, first set, El Camino is in the far court, and we're going to watch Aiko Waters coming up here after the beautiful cutaway. She comes from the right corner of your screen, and she is straight fire. Warriors win the first set 25-19. Spike the Vikes, baby. Spike the Vikes. Even the space alien has a t-shirt. That's odd. Second set now. Elko in the near court, trailing the Vikings by 2 points. Look to the left of your screen. Jalen Motley comes flying through the air and throws down the savage kill. Talk about spiking the Vikes. Warriors win the second frame by the same score, 25-19. And now the Elko students are lifting the space alien. Is that such a good idea? Maybe that's not allowed on his planet. How do you know? Third set now. Elko back in the far court, down by 3. Jessica Blakeman of Long Beach hits the kill switch. And the Vikings are up by 4. They'd win the third set 25-15. Interesting. And wouldn't you know, the space alien proceeds to pick his nose. Our planets at least have that in common. Fourth set now. This was back and forth. Aiko Waters, one of her team high 19 kills. She also added 18 digs, by the way. Warriors up 2. Warriors up 24-21 now. Jerafina Leiluna, game over. Bam! And the crowd storms the court. It is pandemonium at South Gym. I hope the space alien made it back to his planet safely. Don't hurt space aliens, please. El Camino won this rivalry match by the final of 3-1. Wow, a first-place tie with 1 game remaining. That's what I call pretty wild. Hey, speaking of volleyball, South High junior Lauren Walsh happens to be very good at that sport. As a matter of fact, she finished this season as the Pioneer League's top player in girls high school volleyball. So what separates Lauren from the rest of the competition? Awesome question. Sports Desk reporter Anthony Scott is prepared to answer it.
The South High girls varsity team has dominated the Pioneer League for the last 10 years. One reason for their dominance is players like Lauren Walsh. Lauren has just finished up her junior season here at South, and she has already become one of the most feared players in the Torrance area.
Competitive. She's somebody who, from day one that she came into our program, was never intimidated by anybody. You know, she came in, she was the only freshman on varsity, and has played hard every single day and pretty much gotten better every day.
My freshman year, I was in 8th grade when they won CIF and really succeeded in state as well. So coming into that team, I was more intimidated than ever.
With a few seasons under her belt, Lauren is now challenged with becoming the next leader of this South High program.
As soon as the season ended last year, I put a little pressure on her and said, you know, Gina Cortesi's gone now. We need somebody to take the key swing at the end of games, and I want that to be you, and it needs to be you.
Every time she got a kill, I was like, I want to be like Gina Cortesi. She's so good, and me taking on that role like now, it's an honor, really.
When Lauren started playing volleyball, she had no idea where it would take her. But after 3 years at South High, it is obvious that she has a chance to play at the college level.
Playing for Sunshine, my club, they kind of get you started at the college a little earlier. And so I did a few camps And people told me, you know, you have potential. And I wasn't really sure of it myself. But when I start to realize and I talk to coaches and they see interest, and that just gives me so much confidence.
Do you see her maybe having a chance to play in the college level at all?
Oh, for sure, for sure. She's a good enough athlete. She's strong. You know, she was one. We went through a ton of injuries this year, and I can't think of really any practice that she missed.
My first recruitment was freshman year from West Virginia, and I have never been so excited yet scared at the same time. Right now I'm in the process of talking to Dartmouth, actually. I did camp with them, and Point Loma I recently went up to visit, which was a beautiful school, and those are basically the two.
The Spartan season ended in the first round of the playoffs this year, but Lauren and her squad is using that as fuel to get ready for next year.
Losses are always good motivators, and one of the ways that I've always coped with getting over any CIF loss is just to start planning for next year. You know, it's not that I want to get rid of the seniors, but it's the easiest way is to just kind of move on and start to get excited about the next group.
This year was heartbreaking to end like that, especially losing our seniors is going to be really tough, but my goal absolutely is to just be better than last year. Just take an extra step. It may not be win CIF, but just to do a little better.
It's that mindset of always trying to get better that earned Lauren Walsh the Pioneer League Player of the Year this season. Now Lauren Walsh focuses her attention on her senior season, where she hopes South can make an even deeper run into the playoffs. Reporting from South High, I'm Anthony Scott for the Sports Desk.
Anthony, many thanks. And to think Lauren is still a junior. Next season should be interesting. All right, let's talk college women's soccer now. At one point, El Camino had won 6 straight, but heading into their recent contest with Camino College, the Warriors had dropped 3 of their last 4 games. Food for thought as you watch these highlights. Early first half, no score. And El Camino's Robin Riggs will shoot Rosalind Asensio with a nice save for Compton. We're still scoreless. Warriors just peppering that goal in the first. Maddie Simones from the corner. Asensio, another save. She finished with a game-high 8 saves, by the way. 35th minute of the first. Watch this. Maddie Simones dribbles. She feeds Brittany Baker, who almost falls down here, just like her defender. Whoops. Baker boots it into the corner of the net. Her first goal of the season, and just like that, Warriors are on the board with a 1-0 lead. 1-0 Elko would be the score at the half. Second half now. It's going to be Simones to Baker again, but not enough English on that one, though. Warriors did outshoot Compton 27-3 in this thing. El Camino wins by the final of 1-0. After the game, I caught up with Simones and Baker to discuss the game-winning goal.
And at first I was like going down with the girl, and then I stood up and I was like, okay, the goal's there, the ball's there, why not take a shot? And I wasn't exactly expecting it to go in, but when it did, I was really relieved, you know, first goal of the season. So that was exciting.
I hear Brittany yelling, and Brittany really like works hard and stuff. So I just gave it to her and she shot and went like right in the corner. Yeah, it was awesome.
And I just thought, yeah, it was really well played for something that wasn't like a typical play to be made in soccer.
So how was Brittany Baker able to score her first goal of the season? Well, it was the fact that the Warriors had controlled the tempo from beginning to end in this one, something that Brittany said helped a great deal.
I think it definitely is a confidence booster when you're involved in the plays a lot, and I think it makes you definitely more confident as a player, more involved, and just as like you guys saw with me and Maddie, like we were passing the ball back and forth, we were working off of each other, and that's how, you know, you control the game.
The Warriors followed up that win with a 4-1 victory on the road against LA Harbor. Now the Warriors finished the season 11-9-1 overall and 5-3 in conference. The team started the season losing 4 of their first 6 games, and I asked Maddie Simones to tell me how they turned it around.
We started off kind of on a rough start and everything, and then we all came together as a team and had like this big talk with each other, and we really, after that talk, we really pulled it all together, and we started winning like all throughout October, and then that's when we all got our confidence up, and we were like really hard-working team. And yeah, it's sad that it's over. I love these girls. Yeah. The
El Camino men's soccer team finished their season with a record of 6-9-7. The Warriors also entertained Camino College in their home finale. Warriors led 2-1 at the half. Compton threatening free kick situation here. Ignacio Carrillo, nice shot. Hector Gutierrez, nice save. Warriors trying like heck to preserve their slim lead. Another direct free kick for Compton. Watch number 2 for Compton, Ivan Vasquez. He executes the old-fashioned give and go with Alan Arias. Vasquez gets it back, shoots to Gutierrez, deflects it, but Cesar Torres bullies his way in for the score. Look at that. His second goal of the game. It's now tied up at 2 apiece. Free kicks are the theme of this highlight reel. Ivan Vasquez trying to score again for Compton. Elko with some sick defense here. Great block. Vasquez tried again, but Gutierrez was there to gobble it up. Compton outshot the Warriors 14-7 with 8 shots on goal. This one would finish in a draw with both teams knotted at 2 goals apiece. We started this program talking about football, and that's how we're going to end it. Not with high school or college, though. More like youth flag football. There's a league that plays over at Wilson Park, and the kids absolutely love it. Sports Desk reporter Danny Miskell has our story.
It's a beautiful Saturday out here at Wilson Park, and I am with the Torrance Youth Flag Football Leagues. Right now we got a game going on between the Panthers and the Vikings, and there's so much excitement out here on the field. The kids are playing their hearts out. The coaches and the parents are really getting into it. Let's go ahead and ask the kids how their games and overall how the season has gone today.
It was awesome because everybody had fun and we won the game.
The league starts with the kindergarten division and goes all the way up to the 8th grade. They meet twice a week to practice and they play their games on Saturdays. The program has been a huge hit this year.
Testament to Patty and everybody on the staff that really puts this together. They put it together with great people, and they're great leaders.
Now the league is in their final week of playoffs, and the kids have really grown since their first week of practice.
Even today, I saw kids doing things that I never dreamed they'd be doing. So, hopefully that's a testament to how hard these kids are willing to work and succeed later in life, and that's really kind of what we're all working on here for.
Adjacent to where the 2nd graders are playing are the 4th graders, and right here is the playoff game between the Rams and the Eagles.
It was a great game. It was hard fought, and we had a lot of fun.
In these last couple of months, the kids have improved in their positions on the field and as a team together.
We fight sometimes, but it's fine. We got back together. So my position, it's behind the quarterback, and then I get the ball a lot and run it for plays. I like throwing the ball and then getting to run up too. This is probably my favorite sport because I get to pull flags and I get to have fun.
It's even been fun for the parents too. Pam enrolled her twin boys into the program for the first time this year. She admits at first she was a little scared, but the league turned that all around.
I feel very comfortable, and I'm glad I made the decision to put them in this league. It's been good. It's been good, and I was scared for no reason, really. Flag football has been a good decision I think I made.
A program such as this one is quite rewarding, and it teaches the kids both about the game and about life.
First, I think it helps build self-confidence. It helps them come out and learn a new skill. I think it builds teamwork, and I think just with sports in general, I think it's a great tool to learn how to deal with adversity. I think sports is a great metaphor for life, but it happens very quickly. And you get in a lot of situations where the ball doesn't go your way, the play doesn't go your way, you get behind, you get down, and you have to learn how to battle back, and you have to learn how to keep your head in the game, and you have to learn how to stay focused, just like in life. When things don't go your way, you got to learn how to focus.
1, 2, 3, Rams! Start them while they're young, right, AJ? And with an incredible program like the one we got right here, there's no doubt in my mind that these boys are going to go on and excel in this sport and play for their high schools, play college ball. Hey, we might even be looking at a future NFL player right here. And if and when they do make it, we'll know it's because it all started right here in the Youth Flag Football League. Reporting from Wilson Park, I'm Danny Miskell for the Sports Desk.
That is so cool, Danny. Thank you. Well, that does it for this week's edition of the Sports Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate your support. My name is AJ Vittone, and I've seen, heard, and said enough for 1 week. We'll continue this conversation again next week, I promise. Until then, don't forget to follow the Sports Desk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And remember, you can email us as well. We'd love to hear from you. That is all the time we have, sports fans. We'll catch you next time right here on the Sports Desk.